Alright, so today I want to talk about music and communication. So if you've ever played music with a group of people before, you know that it's like really freaking hard to do. Because everyone's playing their own thing, but they also have to play with each other. So I think that to play music with other people, you kind of need three basic things. Number one is just the physicality aspect. You need to be able to make your instrument, or your voice if you're a singer, do what you want it to do, no matter what that is. And that's really hard. That means learning all of your scales, learning all of your arpeggios, being able to play really, really fast, just making sure that you have complete and total control over your instrument. And then second, we have the mental aspect. You need to be able to think of the music in your head before you blow it out your horn. If you're just pressing random buttons and blowing, it doesn't matter. You can't hear it in your head. It could be the coolest sounding solo, but it doesn't really mean anything if you're just pressing random keys. So this is where the term audiation comes into play. Audiation is being able to hear music in your head and being able to interpret that as pitches and rhythms and timbre. And if your mental skill is good and your physical skill is good, then you'll be able to hear something and easily be able to figure out how to play it on your instrument or how to sing it. But that's not all you need. Third, you need to be able to listen to other people. If you're playing with a whole bunch of musicians, you need to be able to hear what other people are trying to do with the music, what their intentions are, where they're trying to go, what they're trying to do. And it's only when you can do that that you can play effectively with the other members of your group. And that's because in a musical group, everyone needs to be in the same mindset. And I'm not even just talking about tempo here. And you could even stretch it beyond feeling the groove. It's almost an emotion type thing, but I don't think the word emotion completely covers it. Maybe aesthetic is the word I'm looking for, but regardless, everyone has to be there in that same mental state. And that's when you can really see communication between band members. Because everyone just knows how this is supposed to feel. And that's really tough. Whether you have a 5-piece rock band or a 100-piece concert band, everybody has to be on the same page. It's this implicit communication. And I think that you can directly map that onto life as well. Like to have an in-depth discussion about something with a person, or with multiple people. You need those three things, but you just map them from music onto language. So instead of knowing all of your major scales and all of the different fingerings and technical aspects of your instrument, know how to speak English well, know how to communicate your ideas in a way that other people will be able to know what you're saying. And then second, instead of being able to conceptualize music in your head, be able to conceptualize ideas in your head. Make sure that the ideas that are in your head are the things you want to be in your head. Like when I think about the world, I want those thoughts to be accurate. So I have to spend a lot of time figuring out if my ideas about the world are actually true or not. And then thirdly is that communication. Being able to figure out what other people are thinking based on what you're hearing from them. And that just involves this huge amount of empathy that's sometimes really tough to develop. But then once you have that, you're able to have a conversation with someone and really know where they're coming from. And when you're able to have that open and honest communication, that's when I think the really interesting conversations start to happen. Just like in music, where everybody is so tight that the musicians can practically predict what their bandmates are going to do next. And I find that when I'm in that state of knowing with other people, whether it's in music or just in conversation, everything just becomes so much more meaningful and important and interesting. Like, not to say that I'm like a master at any of the things that I've mentioned, but I've been able to taste some of that at least. And I guess those experiences are what drive me to keep working on those skills. Because I think that interacting with people that way is just one of the most important things I can do. So yeah, moral of the story, listen to each other, and listen to each other well. But anyway, that's just my theory. I will see you all tomorrow.